I'm Richard. That's Georgia. After many years of boat shows, charters, sailing trips with friends, we finally found our own 2016 Lagoon 450S. We are naming her Cabo. Here we are, going back to the boat.
Bad.
What's your final plan?
Nope. Oh God.
She's always on the phone. She thinks I am, but it's actually her. Good time of year. I mean, you got to tell them that we're not.
Or not that you please.
As our flight was canceled, we were rerouted through San Diego. Oddly enough, our flight landed within minutes of our daughter and her boyfriend's flight. There we go. Hours later, we took off for Miami. We're finally on our way to Martinique. Leaving Florida and flying over the Bahamas. Using time zero on my iPad. Rinse and repeat. Well, here we are for the third time. Well, we're plugged in, but the air isn't on, so let's take a look at that.
Okay.
We got 230 there. I have to check the bilges, honey. Oh, that's nice. That's also nice. We had new AC cooling pumps and strainers installed. New pump, a little bit of water in a bilge. I don't know what that film is. So that looks good. New strainer and the new pump. Shore power. Ah, that's why. Got the cable plugged into the wrong outlet, sweetie.
Oh, goodness.
That's all right.
Does that mean the refrigerator's been on?
What's going on here? Okay, put that on. So water 1 is port, 2 is starboard. 3-week-old bulb split. Wi-Fi from the B&G giving us information on the time zero. Looking at AIS targets on the B&G. Really just goofing around with the B&G to get familiar with the controls and the buttons and the pages on the displays. They really did a nice job rebedding the front windows. There's the Rockna sailbag. Getting the B&G Wi-Fi connecting to the iPad so I had sailing data on the time zero was really great. While the majority of the separations were repaired, there was 2 more that were not, which got taken care of promptly. We got our custom covering to cover up the fiberglass to protect it. A little extra shelf for miscellaneous storage. And the way it's installed, it can come right out with these brackets so gravity holds it in place. Same on the other side. The boat had been sitting for a few weeks and it was necessary to clean the bottom. There's about a minute of video that I was in the water for about 2 hours.
Is this GoPro waterproof?
I don't know. Might be.
It's raining. I'm gonna go inside for a minute.
Okay. Here I'm replacing some blue LEDs that were burnt out. A little bit of silicone, putting in a new LED. Bingo bango, blue LEDs. Here's the one for St. Vincent. Chart for St. Lucent, Rodney Bay, Soufriere, Bequa, the Grenadines. And then eventually Grenada.
this took a long time. This was a difficult project. This took a lot of master planning, and here's our master plan. We got our dowels taped to the wall so that our glue.
Watching a little bit of YouTube, Sailing Good, Bad, and Ugly. Hotspotting over the phone to the brand new Philips TV. And we got some entertainment on board. Of course, Georgia's over there on the phone, which she says she's never on the phone, but she's on the phone. Her ears are burning. Hear that?
Oh, good. Oh, good.
These stragglers they can find. That's the word.
Pick up any stragglers and send them on the way.
Well, just another instance.
All the comforts of home.
Yes. That would not work very good.
Dilatation, you know? Dilatation? No, it doesn't.
Delamination.
Delamination. No, it's not delaminated. It's when this composite works when it's become hot,
Yes.
cold, and the wood works differently.
Yeah, different thermal expansions.
Yeah, the expansion
Is different.
is different.
Yeah. The
This one can play with them.
It's flexible.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
flexible.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to.
Asked surgical history. I did not put a surgical history for you. I probably need to go back into it.
It's not relevant.
That's what I think. It also asks all our medications. I put for you Synthroid. I put the main ones for me.
Yeah.
And surgical history, should we just leave them blank?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what.
All right. And there it's running. We got ourselves some new fenders. Here I am launching the dinghy for the dinghy seat installation. Oh, dumb shit. I used the winch to pull the dinghy up a little bit at a time to drain the water. It took a little bit. There's nothing wrong with the cushion, but there's no backrest. And when you're at a helm with a steering wheel, it's nice to have something to lean against. So we got a new seat, and I'm going to install that. Got to clean up the old glue first. I have a template which will show me where the placement of the holes are. The dinghy had a perpetual starboard list. The console's on the right, the battery's on the right. So the battery has to be moved to the left to balance out the weight from the console on the right, or the starboard side. So the battery comes out for the dinghy seat installation, and then I'll reinstall the battery on the port side to give proper ballast to the boat. Here I'm using a center punch so I can drill pilot holes for the bolts that will hold the dinghy seat onto the lid of the box. Now I'm drilling the 1/4-inch holes that will allow the 1/4-inch bolts to hold the seat in place. I've had that Craftsman drill for over 40 years. It sounds pretty rough. The new dinghy seat is installed. Because this has a console, it's a little heavier on the starboard side, and they had put the battery on the starboard side. So I relocated the battery to the port side to better even out the weight, and that gives me a little more storage on the starboard side. Folds down for stowage. I'm quite satisfied with how this turned out. Of course, you know I launched the boat without putting the plug in and flooded the dinghy. What you didn't see on camera was that while I was vacuuming out the aluminum shavings, the vacuum cleaner over there went for a swim, shorted out the breaker, turned off the 230. So that's drying. It's been flushed with fresh water and it's drying. See if we can rescue it. And then that's that. So here's the vacuum cleaner in pieces so it can dry out, and hopefully we gave a good freshwater rinse and contact cleaner and it will be okay. I couldn't get this vacuum working again, so we had to buy another one, but I'm going to take another attempt at this when I have a few moments.
Nice. Ready?
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
It does. Feels great. Yeah, it's terrific. Good job.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All we need now is to go for a ride.
Yep. Thank you today.
Typical boat project. Stuff is everywhere. The glamour of yachting. Oh, we're doing a dump run. Nice facility here for oil, cardboard, and trash. Very well maintained. Yes. We took a dinghy ride to find the office where we can clear in and out of Martinique. And I must say, of all the places I've ever been, clearing out of Martinique was the simplest, the easiest, and the most friendly. The two front windows allow water to come into the boat by the compression post, which creates some water damage. So they got replaced. We had new masking installed, but the perimeter border was missing. So I'm installing those now. This is important to protect the glues from UV to keep the windows from falling out. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Turned out okay. A little bit short here. Radius is off a little bit. This one seems to fit a little bit better. Not perfect. We are now flying the US flag.